I'm Dan Branson. I'm a sheep farmer from Northamptonshire here at Adstone Lodge. We farm 1,300 North Country Mules. I farm here with my wife and two little boys, Bertie and Alfie. I'm a second generation farmer, but really a third. We've sort of like skipped a generation here. I farmed here with my grandparents, and I've been here as soon as I could leave school, to be honest. This time of year can vary whether the blowfly can strike or not. This year it looks like it's going to be a fair few about.
Blowfly strike depends on two things really, a resilience of the animal, of the ewe or the lamb, and the levels of flies, the levels of blowflies around.
I have a conversation on quite a regular basis with Danny and his granddad before that, and we just discussed the issues, the implication of what's actually occurring in the locality, and from that sort of conversation we end up with the decision on what products to use and which way we're going to go.
We use Click-In and Click Extra, which are both pour-ons, and we put them on the lambs in the spring.
When he's looking at blowfly prevention, he is using a very holistic approach, which is, it's not just about treatments, it's about thinking about what the risk factors are and keeping these animals in really good condition, good health, thinking about worm strategies, essentially building the health of the ewe so that you improve that resilience, and that helps also to fend off blowfly problems.
We don't tend to put pour-on the ewes unless we really have to. We'll try and keep them going through the summer, try and keep them clean. We get them in quite regularly through the summer. Any dirty ones we'll trim up and just keep an eye on them. But we try and dip all the ewes once a year, and we try and keep them going until we dip. But the lambs, they're the most important things for the fly strike, because you don't want them going backwards. I mean, you just want your lambs to keep going forward and forward, pushing on, growing well. And I mean, fly strike it makes them sulk and they lose condition quite quickly.
The level of stockmanship here is very high. You only have to look at the lambs. Dan thinks about what we're going to do. It's not a case of me coming down and just selling what I think to Dan. Dan's got to be happy enough to take that advice on board, and it's really is a thought process that goes into everything that we do here at Adstone Lodge.
When I'm putting the pour-on on the sheep, you've got the dose rate you give a lamb, and you cut that into 4, divide it into 4, so you set your gun for a fourth of the dose rate, so you give each lamb 4 squibs, and I've been doing that ever since we've been putting pour-on, and that works really well because you get the full coverage of the body.
We measure the dose that's coming out of the gun, as Dan showed you, to make sure that it's delivering an accurate dose. If you are overdosing, it's costing the farmer money, he's wasting it. Underdosing, we might not get the results that we want.
If you want to be a good sheep farmer, your shepherding skills have got to be up there. And I mean, you're just looking around, see whether the flies are about, so you've got it in your mind. If you're riding around and not noticing any problems, like the lambs are clean and dry and they look fit and healthy and the flies aren't bothering them, then you think, oh, well, maybe we'll leave them another week. I think it's just common sense, a lot of these things at the end of the day.